Still just
It says we live right now. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
GmsLouisianaSaints, back at you with another live count. Before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Arakakadash. Double honors to the Apostle Green Millstone, ruler and teacher, and a worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last sections of time. All right? And we're in these last sections of time, Akim, when you see all hell, all right, is reaching its peak here in America, man. All right? You see the brink of race wars, pestilence, famine. You're seeing heightened gas prices, all right? You're seeing an agenda being pushed at an all-time high. But what agenda is that, and what agenda is it towards, man? All right? And who is the culprit, the man behind these things, man? That wicked man that ruleth over the earth, pertaining to Job 9:24, man. That's what the prophets are out here to reveal, all right? We come out here week in and week out, hastening the day of the Lord, man, waiting upon the coming of our Lord, man, all right? In the year of the turn-up. Go ahead, bro.
This is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad.
Right, man, live it up. Parlay, this is your kingdom, man. And this is talking to a particular nation of people, all right, which are number 2 on the back of the sign, man. Adawam, all right? Edom, okay? Esau, wasted, Yashashua, wasted away as he, man, all right? Because of the curse that the Most High put upon him, man. Now, due to him lacking thereof of the blessing that was given to Jacob, he's ruling the planet Earth with number death, number rape, rob, and murder, man. This is the scriptures was talking about. Go ahead, brother.
It says, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Right, man. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, meaning what? All the things that you persecuted Israel with, slavery, like the brother said. Go ahead, huh? You got it.
The cup, the cup, as the brother was saying, was all the things that Esau has done to us, man. All right, from the philosophies to breaking us down as a people. All right, slavery. All right, that same cup is going to be passed on to him. All right, what? When the kingdom is established, man.
That's right. Go ahead.
It says, "Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked."
That's right, man. You're going to be drunken and you're going to make yourself naked, because how are you going to be made desolate? How are you going to be wasted, Esau? Those nuclear missiles, like on GTA, when you had that screen, when it's all over, you see that wasted screen. That's what's coming to Esau, man. He's going to be held in the balance for a judgment, man. We're going to be held in the balance for a deliverance. Both of those are judgments, man. Destruction is a type of judgment, and deliverance is a type of judgment, man. When you're held in front of a court of law, either you're looking to be what? Found guilty or not guilty, man. We're looking to be found blameless, not guilty in the sight of the Lord. Esau, he's got so much evidence stacked up against him, man. How about Shimon Shai gonna, like they say, what they say, Jay got the book thrown at him, man. Esau, you finna get the book thrown at you, literally, and we're doing it right now with these prophecies, man. The prophets on the highways and byways, from the apostles on down to the least of them. Go ahead, brother.
It says, "The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion."
That's right. Keep going.
It says, "He will no longer more carry thee away into captivity."
That's right, man. This is our last captivity that we're going into. Hereafter, we're going to be dwelling as kings, priests, rulers, judges in the kingdom of heaven, man. There's going to be no more slavery up under Esau or these other nations on the back of this side, man. Moab, Ishmael, because you all want what? They want rights to Israel, because that's the Most High silver and gold, right? That's what they've used to build up their societies, to make their name, man. You've used it and beaten it off the backs of you so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. And we got the history behind it. You did it to Gad, you did it to Judah, all right? Benjamin, Levi, you did it to the southern and the northern kingdom, man. The scriptures tell you what? Judah and what?
Israel will press together.
That's right, man. Judah and Israel are pressed together, man. Both catching hell. Yeah, bring it out, all right? And I got one backing you up on Mars. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 9. It says, Salakia 19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Hey man, this place is gonna be as when Yahweh Shai grew up Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right, it's gonna be just, it's gonna go out just as Sodom and Gomorrah went out, which was in a
Worse.
fire.
Worse.
And worse.
Yeah, because Scripture says it's going to be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah. That means Sodom and Gomorrah is nothing compared to the destruction of America. This place is going to get totally, and it's going to speak of it. Read a little bit more. It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
That's right, man. So once America gets destroyed, all right, nobody's gonna be inhabiting this land, all right. But the beast of, the desert, man, all right. And pretty much this place is gonna be a memorial, all right, to look upon on what happens when you become wicked and what you do, like becoming and doing wicked acts, all right.
Yeah, man. And what do you see in the desert? I can lizards, different beasts, different wild fowls of birds. All right, that's what's going to be here in America, man. What's left of it, which will be nothing, man. It's going to be a nuclear wasteland. But it says, "But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there." That's right, man. Total desolation, man. That's what's to become of America. But that's what's to become of America after these ICBMs hit. But we're gonna show you, get Isaiah 14 chapter. What's gonna become of the man that's ruling over this place, man. You Amalekite, starting with you. Go ahead,
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
That's right, man. Meaning what? We're held here in captivity together, man. The northern kingdom came over here between the second edges, the 13th chapter, all right? They came over here during the Syrian captivity, man. That's why you get a lot of the Syrian Hebrew, man, all right? Which you also have the Paleo Hebrew with it when you go into things like Joseph Tablet, all right? Going into those writings showing you that our people were brought over here on ships, speaking of the northern kingdom, brought over here on ships due to the curses by the Most High. But when they came over here, they were speaking broken Assyrian and Hebrew, man. We have it all in the artifacts, man. Your history. Go ahead, brother. You got some more? Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, and all that, that's right. And all that took them captives held them fast.
That's right, man. All that took them captives held them fast, man. And when you go into, man, I was looking one time, it was about a couple weeks ago, it was like the amount of treaties that Esau, well, you gotta, on Google, you gotta type in the white man or the, so-called Europeans to get the correct result. And typed it in, it was over like 400 treaties, man. And we know that's just a downside of what this devil does, man, on a low scale. Mass genocides. Man, the scriptures tell you that he, by the means of those miracles, man, all right? Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you're all about your power, those iron teeth, man. But the Most High is going to break those iron teeth, those military powers that you have hold of, Esau. Go ahead, brother.
God, it says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yet until this day, man, Esau has refused to let our people go. Matter of fact, it's gonna tell you that in Isaiah 14. He opened not the house of his prisoners, man. The southern or the northern kingdom, man. He opened not the house of his prisoners. You're still tied to the system by, let's name some, Michael. Your social security card. If you want to get some land, you got to go to Esau. Passport to get out, to go fly out the country, to and fro, man. This guy wants a piece of everything you make in the society. Go ahead, brother. You got some more?
Yeah, you got some more. But
go to that real quick, guys. Start at verse 4.
All right. This is Isaiah 14:4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of
Now
Babylon.
he's a proverb. Now Esau, you become the proverb now. At first, we were the proverbs and the byword. Now the shoe is on the other foot. We're looking at you and laughing and scoffing and mocking and saying, but it's going to be in a righteous sense, right? Because he's in his true form. He's in his rightful place, man. So it's gonna be righteous. We're not gonna just be saying, okay, ha ha ha, look at you, and you still ruling over us, man. That's not your rightful place, man. Go ahead, bro. You want to say something? You got it.
If I can say, even these other nations, I remember whenever Trump was in office, and I forgot what, I think it was during the elections, right? Trump was, trying to be elected or whatnot. And when they had that debate, they was pretty much saying how the back and forth, him going back and forth, the way they was going back and forth was like children, man. It was pretty much a laughing stock, and it was all over the news, man. All right, so even with Biden right now, with what they doing, they're making videos of him, of TikToks and all of this, of him stumbling over his words and going completely left. He could be speaking about one thing, and then next thing you know, he's speaking about something else.
Yeah.
So he's becoming that's showing you right there that the scriptures are coming to life now.
That's right.
All right.
Hey, you got that for the brother?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and bring it up.
All right, real quick. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
That's right, man. All right, that's Esau Edom, man. All right, there's a role reversal that's going to be happening, man. All right, and it's taking place right now. All right, slowly. All right, as this transitioning of power is happening, all right, the curses are being lifted off of us and being put on Esau, man. All right, now you see Esau getting into being a drug addict. All right, now you see Esau being hated and being called by words, man. All right, so forth and so on, man.
Okay. All right. Hey, and a part of that is Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Well, the majority, everything is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, but part of that is the Lord using us, man, the prophets to do that, man. Because the time span upon when the scriptures speak of that 350 years from 1619 until 1969, roughly, now but Bibbers came on the scene, you seen nothing but lost sheep waking up, coming back to this thing, man. And it's a marvelous work that the Lord has worked in this day to see across the four corners Israelites calling upon the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the common denominator we have. We may be different tongues, maybe different languages, so-called, right? But what's the common denominator? You might have brothers in Italy. They'll have their title in the language, but what's the main common denominator? They have Campo di Italia, something like that. Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. That's the common denominator, man. Calling upon that name of the Lord, man. So yes, we're going to be found among different nations and different tongues, all right, different languages. But the Spirit of the Lord is what's going to rise us up out of that state of saying, okay, well, just because I look like this, all right, I'm a part of this. Nah, man. That's slavery, man. That's the conditions of slavery. You got it, bro.
All right, continuing on, it says, read back from the top, it says, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and saying, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, all right, and the scepter of the rulers.
Ooh, that's right, man. How has the what? The oppressor ceased. And the earth is being, there's a finger being pointed towards who the oppressor is on the planet Earth right now, man. Through prophecy, we're seeing that it's Esau, even the so-called devil, man. We're seeing how wicked and vile and what type of deceitful and abominable leadership we're under, man. And we see it in these streets. We see it because what's allowed in this society, man, like the brother was going into before the camera started rolling. Like, these numbers are scorching, man, with the alphabet crew, man. They're scorching everywhere, man. Flaming, man. You see them in every industry. NFL, basketball. Oh, that's small. They own these buildings downtown, man. Chase Bank.
Every new TV show down there always has a new character. The new character has to be of that community, man. All right, you can't watch TV without them trying to shove, that wine down your throat, man. All right, make you drink it, accept it. All right, desensitize you to it, man. All right, tell you that there's nothing wrong with it. All right.
That's right, bro. You have one up? You got it.
All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 4, but the main point I want to get to is verse 6. All right, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
That's right. The soul that is lifted up in him is not upright, man. All right. So all his thoughts and everything that he's gonna bring to the table is already gonna be off, man. All right. Everything that he thinks of. All right. It's not gonna be to benefit you in any type of way. It's gonna be to destroy you, or for him to get over you in some type of way. All right. But it also says what? The just shall live by faith, man. Because we have faith that the Lord is going to deliver us from this man because he's in rulership. All right?
That's why the Lord put Esau here, to warn us from what sin is. Think about it. In the garden, he put that spirit in that serpent, which was Esau, to ultimately warn us from what sin is, man. From what transgression is, man. Esau is the ultimate example of what transgression is, of what wickedness is, man. Of what evil is, man. And the Most High is warning from that. And we've come back into these latter days in our last lives to now we're ultimately seeing the wicked in its rare form. That serpent has grown, man. We're seeing that serpent in its rare and largest form, man. That beast system, which only the Most High can overthrow, man. You got it, bro. Y'all brothers got it.
All right.
Y'all want to
Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Keep going. Right, verse 5, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
That's right, man. He transgresses by wine, man, by his philosophy. All right, he's a proud man, man. He thinks that he's not going to be overthrown. All right, but he's putting these space stations, all right, in the atmosphere to what come up against the Lord. All right, he's saying that he is the Lord. All right, he wants to be like the Lord. All right, that's a proud spirit. Yeah,
all right. It says, neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell.
That's right, man. He's gonna keep it at home, man. He's all over the place, man. All right, he's in other nations' lands. All right. The scriptures say that if there was grapes, would he not leave any there? Roughly paraphrasing, I mean that he's out to seek to try to take everything, man. All right, and leave nothing at all. All right, you see what he did to the Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, man. All right, Reuben. All right, Issachar. All right, as the brothers were saying just now, that what they spoke Hebrew, man. You got artifacts all over the place. You got the lost lunar stones, right? Yeah, was dwelling all over the United States, all the way up into Canada, man. All right, you had tribes, all right. But Esau came and what? Put his stamp there, man. All right. What you have, dog?
Yeah, the scripture said what? The Most High gonna make it rain on him while he's eating, so he's never gonna get enough. And how does he expand like that? With those militaries, man. All those military embassies, you got one everywhere. Literally, Esau has put his deceitful seed across the planet Earth, man. But those militaries, they're gonna go against the Most High and the holy angels and get obliterated, man. But when y'all done, I got two of them.
It says, neither keepeth at home who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Keep going. All right, now.
Hey, if I could just say on that point, gathered unto himself all nations, and heaped unto him all people, because what is Esau doing when the Most High said what? He is that red horse, man, to take peace from the earth, man. He's putting the earth under this one system, NWO, man. He wants to gather to himself all nations and all people. How? By trying to be like the Most High. This is a madman we're dealing with, man. He will not only strap a bomb to himself and kill himself, but he's willing to kill everybody in the building and himself, just to achieve whatever wicked purpose he has, man. And he's going to go all out when it comes to that Revelation 13 and 16, man. That's why the scriptures say what? He calls it all, man, to receive this, man. This ain't a game, man. You people are gonna walk outside or take a peep out of your window like Jake loves to do at 3, 4 in the morning just to see if he's the only one still around to do whatever you gotta do. And you're gonna see martial law troops swarming your street, man. And you're not gonna have a name to call on in that day, man. That's why the scriptures tell you seek the Lord while he may be found. Because it's gonna be a time where the Lord takes his men onto safety, man. We gotta get in that ark, man. We can't build forever. We gotta watch this thing come into fruition in a point of time, man. The Lord is gonna send that famine. And I got a precept at the end.
It says, now here's the main point, verse 6, because I read earlier in Isaiah 14:4, where it talks about the nations taking up a proverb against the king of Babylon, right? This is verse 6, Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him? Right, all these other nations, right? It says, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
That's right, man. Oh, you want to speak on it?
You speak on it first.
Hey, because ultimately, he's done that, man. That thick clay being his what? His dead. All right? He has laden himself with that because he's ran up his tabs everywhere, man. And these nations, they're going to cash in on you, America. But guess how they're going to cash in? With their military powers, with their nuclear weapons. That's how they're going to cash in on you. Because if they can't get nothing out of your system, America, then they're going to get something out of your land, which is nuking it, man. And everybody in it, man. That's why the scriptures say that they shall think that evil thought, because they're going to try to shoot the nuclears over here to ultimately hit the elect, man. And the Most High is not having that. We got to be delivered up, man. I got one out. It's Proverbs 23. Matter of fact, just to read that one more time, the money, and I'm going to correlate it with get this back in your mind.
A second. All right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him?
Right, they're going to take up a taunting proverb against the so-called white man because his structure has fallen. His philosophies, his dogmas, his wines have gone for naught, man. All right? This is Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? And Lucifer going into what? Light bearer, but you're a light bearer if you saw on the left-hand side, man. The scriptures tell you, get it real quick, guys. He's wiser than Daniel. The scriptures tell you he's wiser than Daniel. There's no secret you can hide from him. He's a madman. He goes down below, dig it to hell. He goes up to the heavens. But what does he do when he goes down below and up? He pollutes it, man. He indoctrinates it. He feminizes it. He puts the alphabet crew stamp right on it, man. It says, that's my kingdom. That's my agenda, man. And he used wicked men out of 2/3 of Israel to come and promote that madness onto us, man. So our generations can be beguiled, so Esau can stay in rulership, man. But it says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Yeah, you weaken the nations by your philosophies, man, your structure, that beast, man. Because who's that whore that sitteth upon many waters, man? America, man. So that whore got to get knocked off, man. Because when you sleep with a whore, what's a characteristic trace of a whore? Always in bed with different men. When you in bed with different men, what do you receive? Diseases, sores, infections, plagues, blisters, man. That's what this place is receiving right now, man. But it says, verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, which is your mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. And that's twofold, because you're ascending into heaven with your space system, with NASA, SpaceX, Elon Musk, trying to build colonies up there. But guess what you want to do in these colonies? You want to send your sperma up there, man. Your seed. You want to have orgies up there, man. You want to indoctrinate it and have alphabet crew parades up there, man. If you kill it, man. If the Lord wouldn't come and stop you. But it says, kind of not. I just want to say on that last part, when when it says above the stars of the Most High, it's ultimately talking about the elect, man. Because you're going to be trying to force us to take that Quran, man. You're trying to do it now. You're going to close in your walls on us, Esau. You're going to paint a picture and a narrative of us that's untrue. Because if your narrative that you're going to paint of us, Esau, will be true, then the scriptures would mean nothing when it said we're going to be blameless, man. But why does the scripture say we're going to be blameless? Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that have said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, man? All right, and that's the pride of Esau, man. All right, everything that he's obtained in wickedness, all right, and deceit, all right, he thinks he's good, man. He thinks that the Most High is not going to come to judge him, man. All right, he thinks that he can face the Most High, man. All right, but yet the Most High has put him in a position of power, man. All right, to show his glory, man, his power. All right, to what his prophets, all right, Yahweh Shai. All right. So Esau, man, you the deceiver and the deceiver, the deceived and the deceiver are his, man. All right. And Esau, you being deceived, man. All right.
Hey, let me back you up with this, huh? It's John 10 and 7. Then Yahweh Shai said unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. Esau, you're not the door of the sheep, man. This word, this truth is the door of the sheep, man. This is how the elect pass unto the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai, man, through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But it says, verse 8, and all them came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pasture. That's right, man. And we ultimately go in and out this truth. We rightfully divide and we go out and teach and bring forth more fruit. Like the scriptures say, what? Meet for repentance. But it says, and this talking about Esau Edom, it says, I am the door. By me, if any man enter, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And I am come that they might have life and that they may have it more abundantly, man. So ultimately, Esau's society, what's leading up to that Karagma, all right, that's going to come, that's going to steal, kill, and destroy you, Jake, all right? This word, this truth, this knowledge, this was going to have you with abundant life, man. Even though you have to fight for it, even though it gets hard sometimes, man. It's hard for all of us, man. We're all facing different difficulties and different trials, yeah, different trials that the Lord put us through, man. You got it, bro.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God, I sit in the seat of God.
Right, liking that prince of Tyrus onto Esau Edom, man. And that's his thoughts, that's his mindset. That's what he's thinking in his head when he's obtaining upon these wicked counsels, Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, these high meetings that these 13 international banking families host with private invite only, members only, man. That's what they're saying. We are the, like, y'all remember on the purge? What would they say when they was about to purge off Jake? We are the initiators of the founding fathers. They said that little chant, man. Yeah. We are the initiators of the founding fathers. Da, 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 da. Yeah, man. That's what they're trying to officiate and usher in. This NWO, man. And you, Jake, don't want to see this. We're coming up into a deadly hurricane scene here in Louisiana. Most High, he got some jam and action packed for you 2/3 niggas, Native Americans, Latinos that don't want to come back to this knowledge, man. Down here in Louisiana specifically. This is a wicked, wicked place. Me and the brother was talking about it. These people are just totally bugged out, man. Totally bugged out. We're seeing it on the Urim and the Thummim, man. On the World Wide Web, that the Lord just allowed us to, through the Spirit, discern the things that's going on, man. This is a major judgment. This is just not an everyday judgment that's going on, man. Go ahead, bro.
Speaking of bugging out.
Yeah.
Spirit, bro. Yeah, it says, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God, I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas,
the beast from the sea. That's right, man. In the midst of the seas, man. Because that chief house these Amalekites, they rule over the entire planet Earth, man. All right? And Esau, he's look at the blasphemy. That's blasphemy, man. No one in their right mind, all right, that feared the Lord was saying in their heart that type of thing, man. You gotta be a pride devil. That's why the brother brought out that his spirit, brought out that Habakkuk 2. Yeah. His soul that is uplifted is not upright in him, man. His soul that is lifted up is not upright in him, man. And like the scriptures tell you, get that the wicked are estranged from the womb. The wicked are estranged from the womb, man. The Most High created Esau to be our adversary, man. Point blank, period. And guess what? The Most High is going to show us that, man, I can create and destroy this guy, because after that 1,000-year period, we're going to cut off, like the scripture said in Isaiah 14. I'm going to keep reading on it while the brother get it. It's Isaiah 14 and 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Because hell is a condition, man. It's not a place where you burn eternally forever, man. All right? To you Christians, the Most High, who's supposed to love everybody, why would he put you in the everlasting scorching pit forever, man? If he loved you so much, man. Ask yourself that, man. And come out of that beguiled state of mind. You Christians are the buggest of the bug outs, man. Literally, man. Contradictory. They speaking like Sleepy Joe, bro. Every other minute, every other conversation is jumping back here, jumping back here. Oh, well, next thing you know, when we get to the bottom of it, you're an old bottom. That's the whole conclusion of it, man. You can't get with this thing. Go ahead, brother.
All right. This is Psalm 58, and this I started at 2. It says, "Yeah, in the heart, yeah, you work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hand with the earth."
He weighs the violence of it. He knows what he's doing, man. He knows the damage that he's causing when he puts out these chemtrails, when he puts these GMOs in the food, when he goes and he conducts that secret council in the lab and puts out this venom, this juice for the society to take, man. He knows, Esau knows what's in that, man. Yeah. That's why they're coming up with that SADS. Y'all heard about that SADS? Brother had posted about that SADS, man. It's called sudden, I don't want to throw it off on here. It's called sudden adult death syndrome. So basically, those that are taking this juice, suddenly they're dropping dead. Then it's a mystery. They playing that song that on X-Files. Was that X-Files? Yeah. Tales from the Crypt. One of those. That little set song. Twilight Zone. Now where are they? What happened to them? Mysteriously on this day, they dropped dead, man.
And they always say the cause of death is unknown, which that's a clear indicator right there, showing you what, that they probably took the jab.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, bro. You got some more?
That's it.
All right. I got a little bit more.
All right. This is Psalms 58. And 3, it says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb." All right, they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right, that's the brother was just not saying. What, man? They always say what? We don't know the cause of death, man. Strange death. All right, unexpected death. All right, but as he was just not saying that, what? Esau knows what he's doing whenever he's injecting his people. All right. With that potion, man. All right, and he'll kill his own people and exterminate his own people to achieve his agenda, man. All right, the Georgia Guidestones, man. All right, keep the population under 500 million. All right.
Ooh, I got a quick one for you. This is Rock 9 and 13. You got it. "Keep thee far from the man that had power to kill, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city."
Yeah, the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy, man. All right, so don't trust this devil, man. All right, he's always going to be set up. He's always going to set these snares and these traps out for you. All right, so what, man? So he can destroy you, so he can kill you, man. All right, as the scriptures say that what? to put death out, man. All right.
Yeah. Hey man, like the brother was saying, man, and I hate when Jake had this excuse to say, well, when you was a child, you had to take certain this and certain that. You know that how they said that?
Yeah.
Or when you was a child, didn't you do this at the doctor or take this juice or take that juice? All for a sorry excuse, just to make an excuse for them taking it, man. When you know better, you do better, man. That's why the scriptures say that what? 2/3 shall perish for a lack of knowledge, man.
Can I say this out? You know what? You know what's crazy though? The only reason why Jake even say that is because he's trying to put comfort in his mind, knowing that he made the wrong fucked up decision. All right, that's really the reason why you're saying what you say. Because you know you messed up, but you try to convince yourself in your own mind, all right, that you actually made the right decision, man. When you know that you did, all right. You know you see all these news articles and different things like that. These athletes, these soccer athletes, these football players, what dropping dead. All right, you know you see these things, man. But what Jake like to what ignore reality, man. Yeah. All right. So, but it's gonna be to your own downfall, man. You're gonna realize it at the last second. All right. Now that you grew up, you really already realize it, but it's gonna be too late for you, man. All right. It's already too late for you if you took it. All right.
Yeah, I got you a quick one. Jeremiah 2:14. It says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yeah, man, because when you're spoiled, you don't deal in reality. You just deal with how much benefits you can get, and that runs your reality. That literally runs 2/3 of our people's reality. How many benefits, what type of lifestyle they could chase, the fancy cars, all right? I want to be a movie star. But in Esau's eyes, you're a homeborn slave, man. We're the only ones out of our people that have integrity and are so-called the upper class. We're the upper echelon, man. On the right-hand side, man. The elites of our people that really deal with wisdom and knowledge. That Esau, our knowledge, we're on the right-hand side, we're greater than Esau, man. That's why the Most High chose Israel, man. He could have chose the house of Edom. The Most High could have done that. Let me get it real quick. You got it, bro. All right. Got it.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 10. For such as in their lives have received benefits and have not known me. All right? And while they have looked my law, while they have yet liberty, all right, and yet a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised them, man. All right, so you can know in your mind, all right, that what you're doing is wrong, all right, that you that going against the grain, taking the juice, all right, and when that time presents itself, taking that corruption, all right, the Most High is going to put you to death, man. For doing all those things, bro.
You're selling yourself short, man. The Most High don't want you to sell yourself short, man. The Most High wants us to be full and whole, man, not partial. We can't be 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in the truth, man. You got to literally pick a side, man. Because there's penalties and fines that come with being on each side. Either you want to suffer for righteous sake, or you want to suffer in the world. And we see the scourges and blows you niggas get on camera. Literally getting gunned down. Jake getting dragged out of his drawers, gunned down like an animal, man. For judgment, man. You niggas have pissed the Most High off, man, because y'all don't want to get right, man. So you're going to have to get right after the Most High seals his elect, and you come back through their loins, man. And that's order, and that's fair. Because there's nothing they can do to get right on this side. You see it, Jake, you can be like, man, it's nothing. He gone, man. He gone pecan. He got it done.
Yeah, man, because Jake, man, like it. It's like Jake getting beat in his head by Esau, man. All right, because that's all Esau showed you, man. He saw Jake getting either beat down, like the brother said, dragged out his car, all right, dragged out his home. All right, his home getting breached by SWAT. All right, what else? I can't even think of all the things that he saw doing to Jake, man. All right, but the point is that Jake get beat by these people, but yeah, we out there. All right, but we teach our people that you are special people. All right, that the Lord loves you, and that there's a promise in the backhand, man. All right, we get frowned on. We get looked at as we fools, man. What we doing out here for vain, for nothing. All right,
That's right, bro.
so,
You got one of mine?
Yeah, I'm still in Ezekiel 28.
you got it, bro.
All right, let me bring out this real quick. It's Amos 5 and 10. It says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. That's for you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Go back to that.
Nah, man, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, man. All right, and they hate him, which is us, because they hate themselves, man. All right, when they see the prophets out here on the highways and the byways, they see themselves, man. All right, because what are they doing in the streets already, man? They shooting and they gunning themselves down, man. All right, take y'all shoot yourself down, man. All right, you don't look at yourself as a king or you don't look at yourself as a princess, man. You look at yourself as niggas, man. All right, as bitches and whores and all the other shit that America promotes and pushes, man. All right. So therefore, when you look at a brother that's trying to tell you different, man, you be like, oh, you niggas don't know nothing. All right. You're in the same condition as me, but yeah, we are. All right, but we're working to get up out of here, man. We're telling you how to get out of here.
All right. Ezekiel 28, verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High.
Right, man, because he wants man to conform to his image, speaking to Esau Edom, with this Revelation 13 and 16, that Karaka, man. He wants to tap into the mindsets, the whereabouts, the personals of the entire mankind, man. Literally, and we're seeing the society translate to that, man. You got it, bro. You want to say something?
Read that again, bro.
Yeah. All right. Just like it. In a second. Ezekiel 28, verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High.
Yeah, and as the brother was saying, man, he likes to dissect and go into all kind of things, man. He likes to go underneath the water, go into the sky, all right, drill for oil and all these type of things, but yet he's destroying the earth in the process of doing all these things, man. All right, he's making that's the reason why we have so much earthquakes is because what he's sucking all out the earth, man. All right, he's getting all the minerals out of the earth, which the earth needs, man. All right, if I'm not mistaken, there's almost over 107 earthquakes every day, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Why should we have commercials advertising the dawn soul? And you got the little birds that's full of pollution on them. Why is that? Why should that even be happening if the society was righteous?
Yeah.
He's advertising his chemicals upon something that he had control of, man. He got control of this pollution, man. This is a double-minded madman we're dealing with, man. He's on a rampage right now across the planet Earth. Like the scriptures tell you, he's coming out with that great wrath, man. He know he have a short time left. You got it, man.
All right, verse 3, Ezekiel 28, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Let's speak on that.
Right, man. There's no secret that he can hide from thee, man. Because what? Esau, FBI, CIA, what they say, big brother, he wants to be all-knowing, omnipotent. The scriptures say he sit his seat in the Most High, man. He wants to be all-knowing like the Lord, man. And he started his mind a crafty plan where he says, well, how can I be all-knowing? Well, I got those Israelites in slavery. That's going to be a key to it, all right? What else? Well, I got to have all control. I got to implement something that if a person's going to the bathroom, if a person goes to the bank, if a person thinks a different thought or wants to have a criminal thought, a criminal mind, I can tap into all that. That's what Esau wants, man. If you even start thinking something like, oh man, I'm frustrated, he wants to be able to tap into your mind to where he can see if you're frustrated and you're about to commit a crime and say that it's all for the good of humanity. Oh, we're going to stop, we're going to reduce the crime in this area by doing this. It's all part of his agenda, man. And it's scriptural, man, because he wants to be like the Most High, man. He's mad that we got that blessing and that birthright, man.
I was reading that earlier too.
Genesis
27.
Hey, we can get that, all right?
You know what?
Like, we got to do this.
And it's like this too. It's like, you know, not only that he can read your mind, but through those same things, those miracles, what he's trying to push towards what? Making it for people who are paraplegic, they can get up and walk. All right, do that what? The corral. All right, they'll be able to see. They'll be able to see. All right, they'll be able to speak. All right, these are all different miracles. So what? If you have depression in your mind, don't you think you'll be able to know that and what change your way of thinking? You know what
man,
I'm
he's a
saying?
complete devil, man.
Yeah, man.
He'll have you in your mind. You know how Jake be like, man, messed up day, man. You know, you get some feelings in your head that make you feel a certain type of way. He gonna have a paradigm inside him, and he's gonna be like, oh well, they're showing symptoms of aggression. Oh, we're alerting on criminal behavior. Go get him, man. That's what he's gonna have the capability to do, man.
He's having suspicious thoughts, man.
And on the right hand side, the Most High does that, right? The Most High does that with the holy angels. He'll assign an angel. Angel means messenger, man. Let's say, okay, well, this guy's bugging out too much. All right, we see he's nutting. He's void of judgment. He doesn't care about the name of the Lord. I even brought him across the men of the Lord teaching in his area, and he scoffed at him. So you know what? Go put him to death. Point blank, period, man. Only the Most High has authority to do that, Esau. Not you, man. You're a mad scientist, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. And another thing is, I just want to say one more thing is that they have this movie, man, called Upgrade. All right, and at the end of that movie, throughout the whole movie, they just show you that the charagma and the agenda of everything that we were just now saying, dealing you with being paraplegic, and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
But at the end, all right, the guy that had the charagma in him, he basically was trying to fight it because it was pretty much controlling his life, like it was controlling his body. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to fight it so much that it put him in a false reality in his mind. All right, and that's scary, man. That's what Esau can do to you, man. Make you hallucinate, believe that you seeing something that you're not seeing, man. Or having things that you're not seeing. All right, so but they're showing you what they're trying to move this thing towards, man. All right,
right.
It's not far-fetched, man. It's real. All right, they show you in these movies, man. All right, what you got, y'all?
That's right. You got it.
All right. It says, read verse 3 again. Ezekiel 28, verse 3. Because, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret they can hide from thee. Verse 4. With thine wisdom and with thine understanding. Okay, not the Most High's wisdom and understanding. His wisdom and understanding.
That's right.
It says, verse 4. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
That's right, man. With thine wisdom and thine understanding, man. Not the Most High. You've got America, like scriptures tell you, that hoard them from your youth, man. Even as Great Britain, you were operating under that witchcraft, idolatry, wizardry. America was built off of witchcraft, man. The scriptures tell you what we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities, man. There's demons and spirits walking, drifting all through here, man. For judgment. And likewise, you have the angels on the right-hand side that are protecting the men of the Lord, man. A lot of unseen things are going on. Even when you think, man, it's just a regular day. Cars just going up and down here. A lot of unseen things are going on, man. Spiritually, but you got it, huh?
All right, come. I'm going to read 2 more verses in the chapter. Y'all brothers got it. All right, verse 5, Ezekiel 28, verse 5, it says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches.
Right, man. By thy wisdom and thy traffic. What is this traffic going into?
Drugs,
Yeah, man.
children.
Your economy, like the brother said, your commerce, man. Back and forth, trade. All right? Trafficking, trading, man. Imports, exports. By land, by sea, by air. All right? By water. Okay? We know you do all these things, but guess what you do these things to benefit? Your NWO, your Georgia Guidestones. Guess who you do these things to persecute? The children of Israel, man. And our deliverance is nigh, man. All right? And we're waiting for and it's a righteous thing, I believe, is Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus. It tells you there be like 9 things my heart kind of joy. Man that see living to see the downfall of his enemy, man.
Yeah,
paraphrase.
that's in Sirach.
That live to see like the downfall of his enemy, man. That's a righteous thing in the sight of the Lord, man. To be able to see the downfall of your kingdom, because everything built up around us is catered for you, Esau. Look at these buildings, man. These building heights are against the law. All right. These streets are against our law. All right. This ground has been defiled, man, by the blood of our ancestors. And you got a lot to pay for, Esau. All right. And what is Esau quick to do when you violate his building ordinances or his parking zones or things like that, man? He finds you, man. Quick to do that. Oh, well, you wouldn't park a certain way, or you parked on the sidewalk, or you parked past the meter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just any little ordinance that he has to do what? Substitute to fines and payments, man. That's how he's gotten the riches, but they've been gotten off the backs of these so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes, man. Jake worked 40, 50 years just to spit out a pinch of retirement, man. Well, I'm on my 401k. Can't tell Jake nothing about his 401k. Can't tell Jake nothing about his pension plan, retirement plan, man. That's his riches that he's built up because he wants to see it here in America. Jake wants to leave things and riches for his children, his inheritance in America, man. We want to store up our riches in the heavens. You got it, Doc.
Verse 5 again. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
I'm wise. Get Revelation 18 and 15, huh?
Right. Because like it says, by Esau, Edom's, so-called great wisdom, because this this knowledge and this wisdom and this blessing that is received on the left hand side, is powerful. It's heavy.
Yes.
Look at what he does to all, the celebrities of our people. They get into that realm, that Hollywood realm, and they get into all types of left-handed lifestyles. Shaving their hair off their head, dyeing their hair different colors. Okay, being sodomites.
Yep.
Okay, and it completely flips them out. Okay. Yep. Now, I want to read one more verse in the chapter. I want to jump down because it says, in verse 5, because of Esau's traffic, okay, he's gotten to himself, riches. Okay. Now, what is Yahweh Shai going to do for all those, wicked, unjust traffic that Esau has heaped to himself?
Right.
This is down in verse 18, Ezekiel 28, verse 18. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic. Okay. By the iniquity of thy traffic. Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee. It shall devour thee. I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee. You got it out.
Hey, ultimately, you getting, like we said, you got the riches off the backs of these so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. So the Lord, he rose up the prophets out of this slavery, out of this hell, man, to devour this place with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and ultimately usher Yahweh Shai in, man, who's going to ultimately devour this place, man. Like the scriptures say, I will not meet thee as a man. Yahweh Shai not going to meet you in your military as a man, Esau. He's not coming with a type of fight. Like Esau's bringing like they say, bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know what to call this, Esau. That's way less than that, man. You brought the wrong type of weaponry to this fight, man. You about to get obliterated, man. You got it, right? Yeah, you backing up brother with that traffic.
All right, this is Revelation 18 and 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torments, weeping and wailing.
Right, man, because we know America deals with treaties, different deals, trades, imports, exports. Your clothing articles, you look on it, made in Indonesia, made in China, made in Italy, made in Rome, made in different places. America thrives off of imports and exports by tree. I mean by ship, man. By plane. How do you think? And they always say, well, all these drug busts are made, these cartels are busted, these different organizations are taken down. But how does all these drugs really get into America? That's always the end all be all. How do they really get there, man?
Like that movie, what is that, Boys in the Hood, right? Going into what, gentrification, all right, how Esau moving to these communities, all right? He was telling the whole bottle. He said that's these black folks selling it to their own self, man, selling the rock and all this other stuff like that. But he said, we don't own any planes, we don't own any boats, all right? So we was flying and shipping that shit into our communities, man. It's Esau either, man. He's doing it, bro. All right?
And then what does he do, man? Because the scriptures tell you that he's the accuser of our brethren. So he'll put a Jake in the forefront of it, like you have in Chicago. I don't know if y'all heard about this. It was a northern tribe. He was like one of the chiefs in a police precinct. And what he was doing was dropping off machine guns in different areas of Chicago, man. Dropping them off, man.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, dropping them off, man. Dropping them off in different areas of Chicago, crates of it, man.
Not only that,
you got it.
All right. Not only that, they were dropping it off at these different locations. All right. When these trains would come in, all right, they would have trains that would also have would be full of crates, full of guns and everything, man. All right. And Jake would break into these train stations. All right, on these particular dates, whenever these shipments would be set to be shot out. All right, and that's
get that word merchant out. Revelation 18:15.
And that's also the reason why there has been a lot of you checking the news, man. There's been a lot of train jackets now, man. People are really familiar. Yeah, like they jump on the train, all right, and they steal a lot of these shipments, man. And a lot of these shipments either have merchandise or whatever the case may be. A lot of them have guns as well, man. All right? It's real, bro.
Right, bro. Yeah, man. And we know America has main outlets like USPS, UPS, FedEx, all right? And they all operate with what? FedEx got planes, Brown Boys got planes, UPS got planes, and I'm sure the United States Postal Service has planes, man. All right? And ultimately, it's getting in by air, water, land, like the brother's gonna get into. Go ahead, you got the merchants?
Yeah.
You got it, bro.
All right, this is the word merchants from Revelation, the 18th chapter. Okay, I'm gonna let this play.
Strong's G1713. Emperos.
All right, emperos. Sounds familiar, like the word empire, right? It says one on a journey, whether by sea or by land, especially for trade. Okay, definition number 2.
Traffic, man. Mm-hmm. When you get into traffic, anybody that basically got a license to drive, go to and fro, that's traffic, man. Because they're going, if you see somebody passing this side road right here or behind us, they're going somewhere either to do what? Trade, buy, sell, whatever it may be, you know? Mm-hmm. You got to go.
God. And you know what's crazy is that, as the brother was just bringing out, what it said out, can you bring that one more time?
All right, it says, definition number 1, one on a journey, whether by sea or by land, especially for trade.
That's right, for trade, man, for business. All right, what is America, man? A big ass corporation, man.
Yeah.
All right, and as the brother was just now saying about what traffic and driving, all right, pertaining to your driver's license. All right, when you go to get your driver's license, they say what you're gonna be driving. You're gonna be doing it. Is it private? All all right, meaning that your own personal driver's license or is it business, all right? Are you going to be doing private sales or are you going to be doing business sales, man? All right, you see what I'm saying? So it's a corporation, man.
Yeah.
It's a big it's a what they call it, the pyramid scheme.
Yeah, and take it into their banking system, how their banking system works, and even the society on that Gregorian calendar, man. Going back to that Pope Gregory, man. Like Esau thinks to change the times and the laws because this society is literally Masonic, man. It's satanic. We have these stop sign lights which go into different shapes going into Freemasonry, man. Look it up, man. The stop sign light, the caution light, all that is Freemasonry symbolism, man. All right, the different yield signs, different things like that, man. That's all in the Freemasonry, man.
Yep.
You got it, brother.
Even behind the back of your dollar, man, what it says? It says how they say it?
No, it's Novus Ordo Seclorum.
Yeah, there you go. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, which is the New World Order, man. All right, and then what they have the pyramid with the eye. All right, going into that left-handed side, man. That Freemasonry and all the other stuff, man. All right.
You see it in all the media, CBS, NBC. It's all in the symbolism and the imagery. So like you got it. Or you want to say something?
After your point.
That was it. You got it.
And I was gonna say, even the U.S. flag, goes back to Freemasonry. The colors, the red, the white, and the blue. All of that stuff goes back to ancient Egypt.
That's right.
But that's pretty much. It says definition number 2 for the word merchant. It says a merchant as opposed to a retailer or petty tradesman. Pretty much
Right,
it.
man. You got some more? I got a little bit more. I'm still there. I'm gonna read it. It's Revelation 18:15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her, like the brother was bringing out, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city, which is America, that was clothed in fine linen, and purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stones and pearls. Because that was ultimately a mirage, man. Like when you come, like when a female that's on her cycle comes around and tries to mask the smell of her cycle with perfume, and you got a mixture of all that glitter. You're like, damn, she trying to mask that with that nasty smell under there. So now all these nations that have been drunk, like the scriptures tell you, they're seeing this whore for what she is. They're seeing that makeup wear off, man. They're seeing that smell come forth from her, man. And ultimately, they're seeing the diseases and plagues that this society has affected those other places. How many McDonald's you got in China, man? Moab in 3-piece suits wearing Jordan factories you got in China, man. But it says, for in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this city? That's right, man. What city is like unto America? You got it, bro.
Yeah, what city is likened to America? Because what America has the U.S. dollar is pretty much trade right now, man. And a lot of these countries are trying to do away with the dollar, man. All right, but this is all leading ultimately to the chip. But when America gets destroyed, Chips Ahoy, but eventually when this America gets destroyed, man, they're gonna be looking afar off at this place and say, well, this is the place where we made our money, man. We made bread. That's why they're gonna be starving, all right, in anguish, man, all right. But also they're gonna be rejoicing, man, because the grip ain't gonna be on them no more, man, all right. What you got, man?
You got some more?
I got Isaiah 47.
You got it.
All right. This Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground.
That's right, man.
Right? Sit in the dust of Babylon, man. All right, because they have exalted themselves, like the scriptures say, as an eagle, man. All right. look at ancient Rome, man. All right. Look at look at Alexander the Great, man. All right. What they did, man. They exalted themselves as the eagle, and with their money. All right. They stretched themselves out. All right. So that's the same thing that's gonna happen here in America, man. All right. They're gonna be. Nah, man. They're gonna they basically gonna be destroyed. Can you bring that out one more time?
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground.
That's right, man. Sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, man. And just as the other kingdom would, they didn't think that themselves to fall, man. All right, and that's America. But guess what? They're gonna sit in the dust, man. The Lord gonna make them. The Lord gonna drop their pride, man. The scriptures say pride comes before a fall, man. All right, what you have it on?
All right. It says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
That's right. Thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, man, because this place is gonna finally get its cherry popped by what? These missiles, man. All right, it's gonna get invaded by these different nations. All right. Yeah. All right, because these nations, man, they hate America for all the things that they did to their people, man. All right, don't you think that they don't want revenge for what they've done? All right, I remember watching this video of Elon, man. All right, and pretty much he was going into how because they were trying to make a treaty with him. All right, and they were pretty much saying, why should we make anything with you when you try to make a treaty against us? All right, so these people remember the oppression that they've done to their people, man. All right, so when that time comes, what they're gonna lash out those emotions. All right, what you have it up?
Oh, and you know what? To back up your point, because it seemed like all these heathen nations, they know and understand, all the things that Esau, Edom done to their nations, back throughout history. But it seems like our people are the only nation of people that just, like, man,
they don't want to
forget.
They want to believe that Esau is for them, man. These other nations, like the brother said, to a sense, they see Esau for who he is. They know, oh, this white man do this, white man evil. Like, you even go to some of these other documentaries that they have on these other nations, and Esau go there, oh, white man. They always have that theory in their mind about Esau, man. How he moves and how he operates, like the scriptures tell you. He transgression by wine. He's the ultimate, let me buy you a drink, man. Whatever you want. Give this guy anything you want. Literally. You know that guy that just says, hey, man, let's go to the bar. I'll get you anything you want. Esau literally says, you can have anything you want here. If you want to be a woman and you're a man, you can be that. If you're a man and you want to be a woman, you can be that, man. That wine, man. And it's like, you got it, bro. You got it. I was just going to say, and he's going to be brought down to the dust and going into twofold, because that dust, meaning that earthly celestial, because like the brother read, the Lord said, you are a man, man. Thou art a man. So you're going to be brought down to the dust, and that dust going into confusion, man. You're going to be brought down to the size of the pit, but you got it. That's right.
I want to just say one more thing is that I remember one time I went to this parts store to get something for my car, and I tried to make a deal with him, right? And he said, man, you people always trying to get a deal. Haven't y'all pressed my people enough? He was speaking about Americans, but I said, our people didn't do that. I said, our people didn't do that. I said, the white man did that. He said, yeah, you're right. He started smiling. But pretty much he knows, like, you oppressed his people, man. All right, who did his people wrong, man?
What nation you said it was?
It was Moab. It was Moab, man. All right. Guess what? They dropped what? Little man.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
That's Japan.
Japan.
Yes, that's
Ammon.
Yeah, man. And they all take, like the scriptures say, they have drunken with wine, therefore the nations are mad, man. Moab has taken on that alphabet crew, that sodomite spirit, man. It's all over there. Ammon has taken on to that. All right, Ishmael. They're all polluted in that wine, and they're accepting it as long as they can get their riches, as long as they can get their facts, as long as they can get their dwelling, man. But the Most High is going to cut all of that down, man. You got it.
All right. Verse 2, Isaiah 47, verse 2. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
That's right, man. And who's doing that? The apostles on down to the least of them, man. Millstone is that hard working instrument, man. That's us. That's the prophets, man. Week in and week out. Edifying, presenting our body as a living sacrifice, calling upon the name of the Lord, bringing in the lost sheep of house of Israel, man. That's what we were appointed to do. What you got?
I got one right here. Just to back up your point, right? This is Obadiah 1 and 6. It says, "How are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" All right. And now that we're in the age of information, things are being brought forth, man. All right. But it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that it's happening, man. Through the prophets, man. All right. Because really, in a sense, really, to be honest, man, when you listen to these truthers, man, you can hear the prophets within them. You know what I mean? Like you can hear that they get that information from them, man. All right. But as the scriptures say, man, how are the things that Esau sought out, man? Because the Lord has revealed it to the prophets, man.
Yeah, I said I'm pouring my spirit on all flesh, man. This place is going to literally have a vibration that the Lord is about to destroy this place. You're going to hear talks of different conversations. You walk through a coffee shop, you're trying to get a coffee. Next thing you know, you hear in the distance, hey, man, all hell's about to break loose. Yeah. Hey, man, I think they're going to shoot nukes over here in America. That's the topic.
That's the topic
Yeah.
right now. Food shortages. Truck drivers talking about they're running out of diesel. All right. And pretty soon after that, what? They won't be able to, stock up these storehouses, which is the stores, like the grocery stores, so forth and so on, the medicine shops. All right. That's gonna cause a lot of chaos. All right, amongst the people. All right. They can't get clean water. All right. It's gonna put a halt to a lot of things, man. All right.
And like the scripture says, you're gonna have Egyptian versus Egyptian. So how are you gonna get if you got and they got people that are waiting and willing in the ranks to exercise their amendment to bear arms out here to test out that sword, man. Esau wants to test out a sword on you, Jakes, man. And if you're not dwelling in the spirit of the Lord, man, you're gonna be found victim to a lot of casualties. You're gonna be another news clip, another post, a forward to a brother, to the brothers. We don't want to fall victim to that, man. We want to be inside of that hedge, man, of the Lord. This is serious times, man. And it may seem like, oh, they're just coming out on the highways and byways and saying the same thing every week. Well, guess what? We will, man. Until the Lord come and deliver us, because we're saying it and it's happening. So who's going to be in better case in that day, man? Us or them? That's right, man. I got one for y'all. I got one. You have one up?
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Verse 3, Isaiah 47, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. Okay, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Right. That's right, man. The shame shall be seen, man. All right. The shame of that you're not a man of reasoning, man. All right. You don't deal squarely, man. All right. That you're trying to override people, man. All right. You're trying to get over, man. All right. You're trying to continue to be over these people, man. All right. But you continue on and
Keep reading.
said.
Want me to read it again?
No,
all right. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's right. So for all your unrighteous dealings, all right, as the scriptures say, that the Lord is not going to meet you as a man, all right? He's going to come back, all right, as the angelic being, all right, and cast judgment upon you, man, with what? The holy angels, man.
That's right here.
Wow.
2nd Ezra 13:8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
That's right, man. When the Lord comes back, man, all right, they're going to see the Heavenly Father, man. They're going to be afraid. All right, they're going to see Yahushua come back, but they're going to be afraid in that big ship. All right, but what? The Lord going to put the spirit on them to what? To want to fight, man. All right, to want to battle, all right? Just so he can sit, just so he can have fun, man. Punch, all right?
It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
That's right, you know, instrument of war, man. The Lord is going, like the scripture said, I will not be as a man, bro. All right? So the Lord's going to be using his spiritual powers, man. All right, on these people. All right? The scripture say what? That, speaking as the breath of fire.
That's it right here.
Whatever.
Verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth,
Right.
as it had been a blast of fire,
Right.
and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
That's right, man. Those laser beams. That's those laser beams, man. Ooh, that's, hey, I'm telling you. So the chariots, all right, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and the 144,000, they're going to be bringing to Yahushua. All right?
Hey, I got to put them back in New York. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Amen.
That's right, man. All right, so when the Lord comes back, man, those people who pierced them, all right, in the past, all right, they're back here in the reincarnation, man. So when the Lord comes back, he's gonna get his vengeance, man. He's gonna get his payback, all right? Because that's the reason why the earth is so overpopulated, man. Well, it's not overpopulated, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It has a lot of population of people. It's because those spirits are put on the earth to be judged today, man. All right? As the scriptures say, the Lord has made many for this world, but few for the world to come, man. All right?
Yep.
That's right.
2nd Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
That's right, man. So the Lord has made, many people to be born in vain, man. All right, just to be judged, man. All right, and just for him to get his vengeance from the people that did him dirty back in the day, man. All right, when he was walking the earth. All right.
Yeah. This is real quick to back up, to back you brothers up, as well as to back up that Isaiah 47 and verse 3, where it talks about, the virgin daughter of Babylon, will be filled with shame and so on and so forth, right? This is Habakkuk, back in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Habakkuk 2 and 16. It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. All right? Shame for glory. Because, everything that this country was founded on, okay, the United States, aka Babylon the Great, was built upon shame. Slavery, okay, mass genocide, the Trail of Tears, Willie Lynch,
Buffalo soldiers.
right, Buffalo Soldiers, okay, Jim Crow, the KKK, and so on and so forth, the Mexican American Wars,
yep.
All right, and so on and so forth. All those things have brought shame upon this country. Hence why you have a thing known as critical race theory, which Esau is trying to do away with that because they expose the wicked history of this country to this new upcoming generation.
What type of devil wants to hide who he is so much? He wants to put it into legislation that you can't speak upon certain history or events that might allude to Esau being the oppressor, basically, man.
Right.
That might allude to him being the one that the earth was given into the hands to, which is the wicked, man. He don't want to take no accountability. Now that's a dangerous person, y'all. Somebody that walks through life creating all type of hell for other people, sabotaging relationships, burning bridges, but pointing the finger at everybody else but themselves. That's a dangerous person, man.
Hey,
No accountability. You got it, brother.
So like I didn't mean to cut you off when you speak, but what you basically just described, like literally when you look it up, that's the characteristic of that's the characteristics of a psychopath.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, bro. That's what this guy is, man. Literally. And we see a lot of like the scriptures say, you are your father the devil, man. That's how Jake is coming, man. Jake comes in that same psychopathic, non-rational thinking type of way, man. Like the Most High says, the beast that perish, man. Thinking like that of a beast. A beast will say, oh, damn, you cooking that meat over there? I don't need that meat cooked. I don't want to wait. Just give it to me now. That's what Esau did, man. That's what Esau did. Irrational, impulsive, just thinking on instincts. You got it, bro.
And then you know what? Before I continue reading on, I want to make this last point too. Like the word psychopath, when you go into it, it literally, like it basically means cold paths. Because you know how in Isaiah 24, right, when Yahushua said, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah. When you look up that word in the Greek, it says psychos. And then of course, path meaning way. Yep. So this devil, he's a psychopath. He has cold ways. He's a
cold-blooded, man.
That's right, cold-blooded.
Mm-hmm. When somebody's cold-blooded, this is how Esau is running this thing, man. He's an ultimate hitman. But guess who's the hitman for Yahushua, man? Satan, man. He's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. He'll walk in a room full of people. He won't even address a man head up, rationalize, talk with him. He'll walk in a room full of people, do like this. And then when he walk across the corner, the whole place gets lit up, man. He don't deal fair, man. He always comes underhanded and always deceitful, man. Yep. Never straight up. Because he always has a psychopathic agenda. And we're seeing it play out on the planet Earth, man. And there's no excuse for you, Jace. If you don't want to open your eyes, the Most High is going to open your eyes for you, man. Onto destruction. To see what's going on and see this devil for who he is, man. Why do you think all this mass shootings is happening? The shortage on tampons, the shortage on milk, inflation on prices. The Most High is not playing with this place, man. It's finna get drenched in nuclear fire, man. You got that?
Yeah. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Like it was going into in Isaiah 47.
Yeah, bro.
To make bare that leg.
That's right.
It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Beautiful.
Speak on that.
Shameful spewing shall be unto thy glory. And like the brother read, this kingdom is full of shameful glory, man. Look what you got to do to get to the top of this place, man. Yeah. And we can start with Esau, Edom, the Amalekites, man. That's a shameful glory, man. How you obtain these lands. You did it in shame, man. You didn't do it up righteously. You didn't inherit this place. It's shameful, man. How to rise to the ranks in the society is shameful. Because once Jake get famous and rich, Jake jumping off buildings, killing themselves, overdoses. I thought that's what you wanted. It's shameful glory, man, because you had to sell out your back door, sell out your integrity, get popped, bent over to get up in the ranks of this kingdom, this queendom, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, man. That's why Jake was talking about popping addies and drinking all kind of stuff like that. All right, drinking. All right, they all into drug abuse. It's because they having that all those wicked rituals and all those things that they did to obtain that money. All right, that's on their conscience, man. All right, it's playing constantly on them, bro. All right, that's why when Jake kind of throw the corners to speak out on it with their black brother, man. All right, because Jake knows something else.
Y'all remember that guy, Bone Gang? What is
that?
Boom Gang?
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect example, man. Jake bugs himself out, degrades himself for the world to see, tests his face up, all right, does sodomite activities, then wants to come and say, oh, well, now I'm a born-again Christian. Now he's in I don't know if y'all seen him, he's in like a group where they do like so-called Christian music, and he's getting money off that, man. Yeah, man, shameful glory, man.
I thought he got shot.
Morgan?
Yeah.
Nah, he's still alive.
Oh.
He's a so-called born-again Christian now. What degraded itself, and you see that all the time, man. Jake degraded itself, do Esau's dirty work, but then want to turn back and try to say you want to worship the Most High. It don't work like that, man. The Most High is for the contrite spirit, the sincere, man. And ultimately, you could try to say that you want to deal with the Most High, but you got to be ordained from the beginning. Ultimately, that's what it goes down to, man.
Yeah.
You got to be sanctified from the beginning. This ain't our first rodeo, like Jake said. It's not our first reincarnation. You got it.
All right, this one more verse in this chapter, verse 17, Habakkuk 2, verse 17. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee. All right, now this Lebanon, you can liken it twofold, because like when you go to the time when Solomon built the temple, right? One of the main materials that he used to build the temple was the cedar trees from Lebanon.
Right.
And when you read in Psalms 92, there's a scripture in Psalms 92 where it likens the righteous to the cedar trees of Lebanon. So when it says in Habakkuk 2 and 17, for the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, ultimately that's talking about the elect, okay, the remnant, which are likened to, the righteous, the cedar trees of Lebanon, pursuant to Psalms 92. Okay, so it says, Habakkuk 2 and 17, for the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts, which made them afraid because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city and of all that dwell therein. So in other words, Esau is going to, pay for the bloodshed and violence that he's committed throughout the four corners of the earth. Plain and simple. You got it out.
That's how he establishes a place. When he goes and conquers a land, like when we was building the temple, when we rebuilt the temple after the decree of Cyrus, we blessed that land. All right, it was a certain order and process we went to cleanse that so the temple can even be built, man. All right, Esau doesn't do that. He establishes and defiles the land first and foremost by blood, man, by iniquity, by sodomizing. Go ahead, you got it.
This is Obadiah.
Take it out.
This is Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And
right, man, southern and northern kingdom, right? Go ahead.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord hath spoken. All right, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, the northern and the southern kingdom, as the brother said, what? Becoming at one stick. And the kingdom is going to what, man? Devour, destroy Esau after that 1,000-year period, man. All right, for all the things that Esau has done to the nation of Israel.
Hey, it's starting now. We're destroying them now, man. We're destroying those lies. We're destroying these stumbling blocks. We're taking down the strongholds from in front of our people. That's what really matters. We're really educating our people. We're drawing out the spirit that was already in them, if they be of that number, man, of that lost sheep. But Lord willing, all right, this camp was edifying. We're going to turn to face the east and give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, our double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well and word there that double honors. Peace and blessing to you. I keep pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 16 times. Call me Ashala.
Kwame Ashala.
Baba Bob.
Baba Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Till next time.